a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador online at prg-ne.com. Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Real Estate. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, whether you need an appraisal comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Rico joining you guys as usual. Hello, Rico.
Hello.
How's the day?
It was going great, and then it got even better because Buffalo Wings and Rings
My goodness.
brought us some delicious food, and I've been chowing down on it slowly but surely through each break.
Well, so I'll be honest. I refrained from the lasagna that was being offered at Memorial Stadium.
You stayed away from those?
I stayed away from the lasagna.
Dude, the lasagna is the best.
I did get a salad. I got a salad.
And then,
well, I mean, somewhat. But no, not because the lasagna didn't look good, but then I thankfully got bailed out because I saw Mark's tweet of Buffalo Wings and Rings coming down here.
You were like, oh,
and I was like, okay, there's no escaping it today. I'm gonna eat poorly like I do every single day.
It's funny because Terrell had just ordered food and he was like, I need to cancel my order.
No way.
He's like, I need to cancel my order. He couldn't cancel it. So he got to eat twice.
He got double lunch.
He did. He got double lunch.
I did have double lunch yesterday, and maybe that's why I thought, maybe zero lunch is the way to go today.
Double lunch, zero lunch.
It all just equals out. I would hope.
Yeah.
As always, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, and the Starter Heyman text line are both open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. So we definitely want to get your guys' thoughts. Now we can really start to talk. It feels like over the course of the last, week and a half or so, there's been a lot of whispering about Michigan and whispering about the biggest matchup that Nebraska's probably going to face this entire season and how it's this Saturday's game at 2:30 p.m. But nobody really wanted to talk about it outwardly because, well, Nebraska's not that type of program that can look past the Northern Illinois or Louisiana Tech for that matter. So now that Michigan is here
on the horizon
and just a few days away, I want to ask the text line this, 402-464-5685. What are we most concerned about? We heard from Marcus Satterfield. We heard from Tony White today. There's a plenty of stuff that they mentioned that we're going to definitely dive into. Quarterback being number one, probably right off the jump. But I mean, what are you most worried about? Is it, I mean, just to throw a couple out there outside of maybe the obvious, one that I'm thinking about over the last 48 hours or so is how good is this defense? Because if you think about Nebraska's opponent, and this is not me trying to be a Debbie Downer or trying to be negative and before, so if you're going to text that in, don't even worry about it.
Yes, you are.
But being honest with ourselves, look at the defenses that Nebraska's faced.
Mhm.
Or excuse me, the offenses rather that Nebraska's face. And I sit here and go, unfortunately, Nebraska's defense is really good. We know what we're going to get out of Nebraska's defense. They've bailed Nebraska and their offense out a plethora of times through 4 games. But if Michigan, who to this point hasn't necessarily looked as dominant as I think a lot of us thought they were to this point,
Against very,
poor competition.
yeah.
If Nebraska can go out and shut them down, or we're sitting there at the end of the third quarter saying, hey, Nebraska's in this game, and why?
Michigan really hasn't gone off.
And why are they in this game? It's because of the defense, which I think Nebraska would be okay with.
Mhm.
Then I think we're going to learn a lot more from this team. This defense, I think we all coming out of Louisiana Tech necessarily felt relatively the same
Mhm.
coming out of Louisiana Tech, to where it's like, all right, yeah, we went into this game hoping that we would learn a couple more things about whether it's the offense, whether it's the defense. But you kind of just like escaped that Louisiana Tech game happy with a win.
Mhm.
But looking deeper and trying to pull, the layer of the onion back, it's like, all right, what do we really know? And I think there was a lot of people that were sitting there going, and myself included in this, like, yeah, you didn't really go away from Louisiana Tech feeling all that confident. I mean, nonetheless, Nebraska did get a win.
They're
2-2.
If you looked at it, if you looked at the game as a whole, you looked at the statistics, and Rule said yesterday, sometimes statistics can be misleading or whatever you want to go with. Against Louisiana Tech, they did what they had done against their previous 3 competition and held them to under 100 yards rushing. Right? That was the goal. That's what they did. Passing defense wise, still a little suspect. Nebraska wasn't too good in that aspect against Louisiana Tech, who out of the 4 teams that Nebraska has faced has the second best passing offense of the 4, Colorado being the first. Now, if you go back and you look at and again, I'm just going to go with statistics because numbers.
It's what we can point to.
You look at the statistics, Minnesota technically has a better rushing offense than Michigan. Now, if you go back, Minnesota didn't run very much against Nebraska. You could say it's because they chose not to, or because Nebraska's defense put up such a good wall against the rushing attack of the Golden Gophers that they went to the passing game. Colorado has the worst rushing offense in the country. Looked it up. 130th out of 130. The worst.
Yes.
So that's not a surprise there. Northern Illinois has a top 75 rushing offense. Again, Nebraska did what they're supposed to do. And now Michigan with the 49th best rushing offense. Their passing offense is a little bit better. That is going to be, if you're looking on the defensive side for Nebraska and you're looking at a place where you should be worried, I don't think it's the rush. I don't think it's the rush defense. I don't think that they're going to hold Michigan to 80 yards rushing, but I think they'll be able to hold them in check enough to keep themselves in the game unless Michigan's passing offense does what they've kind of done for some of this season and pass for a bunch of yards and a bunch of touchdowns.
I think also there's a part of it where Nebraska, yes, allowing 1.9 yards per carry on the ground, or 1.8. I can't remember what it is right now. Statistically, the best rushing defense in the entire country. Now, what is important to note also is that 1.8. What's important to note as well is that there were a lot of times against Louisiana Tech where Nebraska was playing an inexperienced quarterback in Jack Turner. Jack Turner, playing against an inexperienced quarterback, that is. And I understand college statistics, they incorporate sack numbers, but Nebraska didn't sack Jack Turner once on Saturday. Multiple times where Jack Turner, the Louisiana Tech quarterback, could have kept it and hurt Nebraska's defense much more.
Definitely should have.
Right? So there were a couple bailouts there. And I'm so hesitant on how and very careful on how I'm talking about this defense, because this is the group that Nebraska fans have somewhat rallied around, and rightfully so, because if you compare the two groups between offense and defense, Nebraska's defensive side of the ball is absolutely the best or the better of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think it's important to put into perspective that they have not faced a gauntlet or a type of opponent such as a Michigan with a two-headed running back, just a dominant running back room of Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards.
However,
and also a much more mobile quarterback than they've probably faced all year in J.J. McCarthy.
I would say Shedeur, but he
doesn't run.
He didn't choose to run. He did have a rushing touchdown.
Yes.
He didn't need to. But on the other side of the coin, little coin flip, Michigan hasn't faced an opponent like Nebraska yet. Their best opponent is Rutgers. And, you could say over the past couple of years, Nebraska, Rutgers, he's going to hurt you. Kind of similar. Not very good programs. But Rutgers is the best opponent that Michigan has faced all year. Not ranked. Not a world beater by any stretch of the imagination. Nebraska has Minnesota, a conference opponent, who I lost to Northwestern, but still, Minnesota, a conference opponent, and Colorado, who was in the top 25. Whatever, they got spanked by Oregon. Whatever. Still a very good offense and a decent-ish defense. So on that end of the spectrum, Nebraska has faced better competition in their early stretch of 4 games than Michigan has. They are possibly better battle-tested this season than Michigan is. Mm-hmm. You go back, whatever seasons, Michigan has more, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this season. So on that end of the spectrum, Nebraska's stats up against a Minnesota, up against a Colorado, to me, way more than Michigan's against an East Carolina, a UNLV, or a Bowling Green. And Bowling Green, J.J. McCarthy threw 3 picks. It's the only 3 picks of the season that he has, but still 3 picks against one team, and it's a group of 5 team.
It is also important, though, to remember that they've beaten those teams the way they should be beaten. They haven't allowed more than 10 points, I believe, this year. They've scored over 30 every single time.
3, 7, 6, 7, and they've scored 30, 35, 31, 31.
So there you go.
But you look at Nebraska, outside of the Colorado game, hasn't allowed more than 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
And for a very paltry offense, and granted, it's the two, they scored 10, 14, 35, 28. Again, 2 group of 5 teams in where they score over 15 points. But again, their defense outside of Colorado, 10, 36, 11, 14.
I think there is something to be said here as well on the offensive side, right? And we can bring the offense into this conversation too, because Nebraska, they're going to need, because I think it's important to look at this entire picture here, because Nebraska's red zone defense, if you have not heard, red zone defense, they have allowed scores 100% of the time when the opponent gets into the red zone. And we've talked about throughout the last couple of weeks, we want to see Nebraska get to a point where they take balls away.
Yes.
Where they force a turnover, whether that's punching out a fumble, whether that's jumping a route and maybe taking a gamble, but picking it off, right? It feels like at times Nebraska has not been able to force turnovers. You look at the turnover that they got on Saturday against Louisiana Tech. Sure, you take it. I'm not saying to drop it. I'm not saying don't take it. Don't be happy with an INT. But it feels like at times Nebraska's not necessarily the aggressor when it comes to taking the football away.
For a team that is tackling at a much higher clip than they were last season, they have yet to force and recover a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
For a team that is swarming to the ball, as well as Nebraska has this season, and we can all agree that that's been happening.
And it's gotten much better than last year.
The gang tackling has improved immensely. They have yet to force and recover a fumble. You're getting 3-4 people to the ball. You should have one person trying to punch that thing out. You should have had at least one by now.
So Nebraska's defense has had 12 possessions. And then once again, this is Nebraska's defense. 12 possessions in the red zone. They've allowed 12 scores as well, which is tied for 122nd red zone defense in the country. Now, part of this is because the offense has put them in some disadvantages in the red zone to begin the drives, or even at times short ends of the field. But Nebraska, once again, 12 defensive possessions in the red zone and 12 scores have been the result. 7 of those are touchdowns. 5 of those are field goals. So if you want to take it with a grain of salt and to some extent, there's multiple drives where Nebraska's defense has been backed up and they forced a field goal. They did that against Colorado. They did it against Northern Illinois. They've done it multiple times where this defense has stood tall. And absolutely, you have to take those victories. But with it all being said, that's where it plays on the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And whether the quarterback is Heinrich Harburg or Jeff Sims, the mantra this week, and for the rest of the year for that matter, has to be the same. And it's got to be take care of the football. Because Nebraska has made up some ground in the turnover margin category, but you still have this overarching cloud and just this really, really doom and gloom feel about whenever your quarterback throws the ball, whoever it is. And Nebraska does not have the ability to be one-dimensional and say, hey, we're going to run it right down your throats.
Nope, not against Michigan.
Because unfortunately, part of that also is that there hasn't been a whole lot of urgency in these last 2 weeks from the offensive line. And so you see how kind of all these things are connected. And once again, somebody texted in, I believe this was Thunder or Notorious B.I.B.'s. Nick is super optimistic today. And that's not what I'm trying to get at. Like, I'm not trying to be this, once again, Debbie Downer. And by Friday, I'll probably pick Nebraska to be right in it till the end, because there is a recipe for that.
There is a route to a Nebraska win or close loss, but it's covered with branches and you're going to need to uncover it. And it's going to take a little bit of work. The easier path is definitely what Oregon did to Colorado. That's definitely the path that a lot more people see. It's an 18-point spread between Nebraska and Michigan. And I think the over-under is at 40 right now. Nebraska's not being given much of a chance in this one, but if they can find some semblance of a passing game, I think that they can stay in it. If you look at what Rutgers did to stay in the game for, what was it, the first half? I think it was 14-7 at halftime. They ran the ball, they controlled the clock, and they played really good running defense. So those are things that Nebraska can do. The only problem is the way that they have such a good rushing offense is when their quarterback runs the ball. Now, against a Michigan, those runs to the outside, those runs to the boundary, that's not happening. This is a much faster defense than the 4 that you face.
And that's one thing I think it's interesting that you bring that up, Rico, because that's where I kind of wanted to go. Nebraska on their offensive side of the ball, and you can include the quarterback in this discussion, they might not have the athletes right now in this time and place, the guys that are ready to play, the guys that are out there, the ones that are healthy. They don't have the guys that can move side to side in the blink of an eye. They can't take one step and cut. So the side to side game, the East-West game, is not going to be beneficial for Nebraska this week because Michigan does. That's just the difference in programs.
They've got a pretty fast linebacker in the middle too.
And Nebraska will eventually, hopefully, potentially get there in a few years. Maybe when a guy like a Malachi Coleman, like a Jalen Lloyd, a Bryce Turner, a Jaden Doss, those quick guys that they've brought in this offseason are ready to go. Then we can talk about it. But in terms of, like, you think back to even just years before, there's not a guy on this team, unfortunately, or on the offense that moves like a Wandale. There's not much of a guy that, and even Gabe Ervin wasn't necessarily that type of guy.
No.
And so you need both of them. You need those incredible athletes, but then you also need the bruisers. And Nebraska may have more bruisers, but now they just got to figure out how to put it all together.
They need to find somebody that can be maybe not an incredible athlete, but just an athlete. Like that's the thing, is you have plenty of athletes on the team, but they need to be athletes. You need to, and this isn't to say go out there and do something crazy and make a play, but you need to make a play if you want to win against a team like Michigan. You need to, and it's dangerous and it could cost you. You need to jump a route. You need to try and strip the ball. You need to make some people miss in the open field.
I also think like that type of play this week in certain situations, that's how you're going to find yourself in that game in the final minutes. Is it's going to be these gamble plays. Because at the end of the day, Nebraska's margin for error is so small. It's so thin. And it's even, dwindled more now that Nebraska's had some injuries, that they're going to need a couple things just to fall their way.
Mm-hmm.
But at once Nebraska, whether this is the offensive line we're talking about, whether this is decision making, whether this is gap integrity on the defensive side, whatever it is you want to categorize this as for the certain conversation, you're going to need to just force it to happen your way. You need to be in control at some point of some of these bounces. You need, obviously, the luck plays a factor into it, and the way the ball bounces and decision making from JJ McCarthy, that all plays a factor. But at some point, you got to just go do it on your own. The coaches can do so much, but at some point, the players got to take it. And I mean, Jay talked about it on the post-game show on Saturday. At some point, for the offensive line speaking, you got to be licking your chops rather than, all right, yeah, we're going to see what happens here. You got whether it's Northern Illinois, whether it's Louisiana Tech, or whether it's Michigan, the test is going to be tougher, but the mentality should be the same.
You got to line up and punch somebody in the mouth. Like you can't just sit there and go through the motions anymore, or continue to. You need to line up and use all of those muscles that you've been gaining in the offseason. Use the I don't know, just everything that you've been learning from Donovan Raiola in the offseason over these past 2 seasons as an offensive line, and you need to put it all together, because there are so many glimpses and flashes of how good this offensive line can be, but there's a lot more of how many problems this offensive line has.
Well, and this is a good place to maybe go to break after we bring this up. Gator texts in 464-5685. Gator says this: ultimately, if we do what we've been doing, it's going to be a long day. Our defense is good, not great, and our offense hasn't proven that they can sustain drives long enough to score or just to give the defense a break. And Gator, I mean, I was talking to, I can't remember if you were talking with Austin and I, Rico, but I was talking to Austin about this yesterday. Like, there's a way that Nebraska, they, once again, taking the small victories, they need drives that obviously result in points, right? Football, but also somewhat take a victory in a drive that lasts 7 minutes and you get a field goal. Or 6 minutes and maybe you have to shift sides of the field and you punt it and you reverse the field.
You pin them inside their 20.
Like there's going to be ways, because if Nebraska goes into the half here on Saturday down 14-10, 14-7, 17-10, if it's basically a 1 or maybe even a 2 possession game, Husker fans are going to be sitting there going, all right, there's some positives that we can take out of that. Why? Because if you are within a possession of a Michigan at half, you're saying Nebraska's either forced turnovers and or held onto the ball. They haven't made bad decisions, penalties, right? They've allowed other teams to make mistakes. And also they're sustaining drives and they're playing their type of football. Nebraska can very well find themselves and keep the energy in the stadium, which I think is a big piece of it. Keep the energy in the stadium if they're down by 1 possession at half. Don't forget what this stadium was like a couple years ago when Michigan was in here. Nebraska should have beaten Michigan
the last
time they were here. Now, Michigan absolutely beat the brakes off of you last year, 35-3, in a game where Chubba Purdy started, and then Jared Sinek came in and actually looked like the better quarterback of the two. Now, obviously, through the injuries, through everything, the margin for error, the likelihood, maybe it's a little slim. But there's a recipe here to say where if Nebraska wants to reinvigorate what they thought can happen this season into the minds of Husker fans, a performance that is either respectable or results in a win is a great way to start it. Because I think after this Louisiana Tech game, Nebraska fans came out of that going, well, yeah, you felt good that you got the win, but do we know a whole lot more? No. Do we feel great about the way Nebraska won? Maybe not.
No.
But also, I know there's fans out there that are saying and cursing me out in their car right now, going, Nick, we don't have the ability to say, to be disappointed with how we won. And I that's valid. 100%.
I get it.
Authentic. I just think at some point, Nebraska, they're going to need to find a way to somewhat take control of a game that they're not supposed to take control of, right? Because Nebraska, I should say, they took control of the Northern Illinois game, rightfully so. That Louisiana Tech game, despite it not feeling the best, there was not really a whole concern at the start of the fourth quarter that Louisiana Tech was going to come back into that game. But now, let's do it against Michigan. Why can't Nebraska do it against Michigan? Or why can't they do it the following week against Illinois?
I mean, if you look at the previous, you take out the Group of 5 games, the Colorado game, up until coming out of the tunnel at halftime and starting the third quarter, you felt pretty good about how Nebraska was playing. You felt like, you know what? They're right in this. They just fixed 2 things.
Yeah.
They're right in this. They might have a lead against Minnesota the whole time. You're right there.
Well, and that's what was so disappointing. I mean, we can revisit conversations that we had prior to Minnesota even. And it was one of those things where I remember sitting here the week or day before Minnesota, Rico, and we were having the conversation about, listen, there's a way out there that Nebraska may fall to Minnesota. But if Nebraska loses to Minnesota, it's going to be because they beat themselves. There's such a thing, I think, this week. And Nebraska fans are smart enough, they're passionate enough, they're somewhat understanding that if Michigan was to beat Nebraska on Saturday, they wouldn't necessarily be surprised. I think a lot of Husker fans, for where we're at in this coaching tenure with Matt Rule in just year 1, understanding that, hey, it's a pretty lengthy contract and that he's going to be here for the long haul, they would then ask the question of, say, all right, how did they look? What did Nebraska do to allow Michigan to win 38-24? Or what did Nebraska do to allow Michigan to win 28-20 to 21? Whatever it is, right? But with that being said, there's a way that if Nebraska loses by a possession and Michigan just plays a better football game than you, same thing can be said for Saturday, for Illinois, for Northwestern, Purdue, all the remaining opponents, where you just tip your cap and say, okay, you were better than us.
You beat
on
us
2 plays. But man, Nebraska fans, I think we're all tired of feeling like the Notre Dames this week, to where it's because of us, you won. We look at the Minnesota game. Because of Nebraska, Minnesota won. Because of Nebraska, Colorado won.
You didn't get beat. You beat yourself.
Exactly.
That's
so
what
it's
Nebraska
the old mantra.
wants to / has to avoid.
And Notorious B.I.B. brings up a great point. And this will be the last thing before we go ahead and send it to break. Notorious B.I.B. says, Saturday will be a true test of our grit this year. If the defense can continue to stop the running game and make them a one-dimensional team, we may have a chance to beat those schmucks. And with that being said, like, once again, there are things that you can take away from games like this where Nebraska is technically a pretty big underdog.
Yeah.
And maybe rightfully so.
I don't even think it's technically. They just are.
You can take away, and this is going to pain Nebraska fans, smaller victories. And I'm not saying drive by drive, but there's a way, guys, that unfortunately Nebraska doesn't turn over the ball. They have fewer penalties, and they still lose. And maybe that's just because there's a lack of there's fewer athletes on the field than there are on the other side wearing maize and blue. Maybe that's the case. But Nebraska's got to just take care of what they can control. It's the same thing we say every week. And that's where it's like you would have liked to see them do this maybe more so against Louisiana Tech, maybe more so against Northern Illinois, and then obviously Minnesota as well. Take care of what you can control, and you'll eventually catch up in the athlete department. We've seen it to where programs around the country, just a few pieces away, can add quickly and get better even faster.
In the blink of an eye.
But so Nebraska's there. Nebraska, the energy is going to be there in the stadium, but it's also up to Nebraska football to keep that energy in the stadium. Because if fans are leaving halfway through the third quarter, it is not going to look good. It hasn't looked good. We know that. But the only way Nebraska fans are leaving in the third quarter is if there's not respectable football going on from the home side on Saturday. So there's a lot on the line. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline. and the Starter Heyman text line, both open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. Huge thanks to Buffalo Wings Rings again for bringing us some lunch today. I know we're getting texts from Jay Foreman in our group chats.
He
about,
keeps asking,
hey, are there wings here? Are there still wings?
Jay, if you're listening, there are wings.
There are wings. Come on down, Jay Foreman. But nonetheless, huge shout out to Buffalo Wings Rings. Come on down, get yourself some mill coffee as well. 11th and O Street's the place to be. Come say hello to us and grab yourself a cup of Joe while you're here as well. We'll go ahead and continue this conversation. Get you some reaction from what the coordinator said today, because we got a little more insight on the health of both quarterbacks, Heinrich Haarberg and Jeff Sims, and just the rest of the groups. Because running back, I saw when I asked earlier what the concerns were, somebody, American Nightmare, says he's concerned about the running backs.
Aren't we all?
Let's talk about a couple of those rooms, wide receiver as well. Let's kind of flip the script to the offense, I guess, in this situation. So 402-464-5685, just general thoughts on Saturday's game against the blue team from Michigan as the Wolverines come in ranked. Are they second in the country still? Second in the country as well, going up against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. We'll dive into all that and more coming up next. You're listening to Happy Hour. Shout out to Empire Fence and Netting for their support as well. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference. When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bärschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bärschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
All right, it's lunchtime. Where should we go today?
How about Qdoba? We can get free queso and chips with an entree purchase.
Whoa, how'd you know about that?
It's in the campus cash booklet that we got for free to start the school year, the student marketplace. You didn't get yours?
I'd better go grab mine now.
You'd better stop at the College of Hair Design too. Your hair is getting long. $8 haircut with the campus cash book.
What about my friends who are out of college?
They can download the campus cash app for free and get great deals too, from Pizza Hut, Juice Stop, Craft Axe Throwing, and tons more.
Campus Cash, the student marketplace. Find your free booklet on campus or download the Campus Cash app.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico,
relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
For many Nebraskans, fall means cooler weather and longer days that include running kids around, cheering for your favorite teams, and long days at work. The hours on your feet can really add up and give unnecessary pain and discomfort. At Fleet Feet Lincoln, they help find the shoes and inserts you need with their Fit ID machine, which takes a 3D image of your feet. If you're having trouble finding the right fit, visit Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77 and Pioneers.
Our sense of smell can tell us a lot. Fresh baked apple pie, good. Cigarette smoke, bad. But what happens when bad things smell good? When secondhand vape smells like strawberries, or mangoes, or cotton candy, and dangerous chemicals have a disguise? That's when people let their guard down around secondhand smoke, even though it's all full of harmful chemicals.
Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
A gorilla bear versus polar bear.
A what bear versus a what bear?
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
A gorilla bear versus a polar bear. Polar bear.
One more time.
Gorilla versus a polar bear.
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the show. Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick, Rico, and once we slide that microphone over here for you, we will have the Nebraska goalkeeper. Go ahead and shut that door behind you as well, please. There you go. All right, Nebraska goalkeeper Sammy Hawk is joining us. All right, Sammy, so I had to bring you in. You stopped by.
We need to fix
Why are you so quiet?
We need to fix her
Am I
mic.
quiet?
No, yeah, hold on. There you go. Okay, there you go. See, you'll get the hang of it because you and Sarah are starting a show.
Oh yeah, tonight.
Tonight. 8 to 9.
Yeah, 8 to 9. I'm
What
so
are
pumped.
what are we calling it?
Oh gosh,
What are we calling it?
should we keep it a secret?
I mean, you're gonna have to tell people at some point. We can, you know what? We'll make this a whole build-up thing. We'll clip it and we'll post it. Be like,
There you go.
Here's a teaser.
Okay, so let me
So, yeah,
restart
yeah,
it here.
yeah.
I'll bring it in. All right. Once again, Nick, Rico, and we're joined here by Nebraska Soccer's Sammy Hawk. Sammy Hawk and Sarah Weber going to be starting a show, Ticket weeknights once a week here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. It'll debut tonight, 8 to 9 p.m. Sammy, last week when you were in here, we were, providing suggestions, gathering options on what to name the show. Have we decided on a name?
Yes.
What is the name?
On and off the pitch.
On and off the pitch. Perfect.
The on in the ends.
N.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
With
little
Sarah and
creative.
Sammy and Sarah.
Yeah.
Whose name comes first?
With the 2 S's.
Whose name?
It's just Sammy and Sarah. We'll figure it out.
There it is. Okay, we heard it here first.
That's it.
We heard it here
Look,
first.
that's all I need.
Sammy put her name before Sarah. Sarah, I hope you're listening because now Sammy thinks she's better than you.
Now you know.
Anyway, here's the deal. So you guys had a content creator in here, or like an actual photographer in here the other day taking photos.
He's been working with Sarah on kind of like the platform and stuff. So
there you go.
This week Sarah came up to me and was like, we should like get with him and see if he can film some stuff for us so we can kind of get a little promo going. It was a fun time actually. We got a lot of good clips.
It looked like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Videos, photos, everything. We had to rearrange furniture.
Yeah,
in our
somebody
shop.
thinks that they're special.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
They're just hanging out outside. We weren't invited to the photo shoot though because we didn't wear the right outfits.
I didn't wear denim. Should have worn denim, but I forgot my jean jacket.
Tuxedo.
Yeah.
Do you have a jean jacket, Rico?
I wish I did.
Can we all like?
My daughter has a jean jacket.
I don't think I have ever owned a jean jacket.
Should we get jean jackets?
No, we should.
Yes.
Should we make this a thing?
No, we should not. That's their thing. That's on and off the pitches thing.
That is kind of.
I think that would be cool.
But
if we ever join the show, we'll get jean jackets.
Okay.
I feel like the smart play would just be to go to like Goodwill for a jean jacket.
Yeah.
That's where you find all the best.
Or loan. If anybody out there in Texlandia is listening, 402-464-5685. If you want to provide a jean jacket for me and Rico, because I don't think I'd ever wear it.
I feel like now people are going to make jokes. People are going to make jokes now
about
us, about them giving us jean jackets.
Who cares? Rico, you got to stop worrying about what people think about you.
That's all I care about.
You don't like jean jackets?
No, I like jean jackets. I just know the jokes that are coming.
Okay. Rico's really negative at times.
No, I'm not negative.
This is exactly how he is.
I'm not negative. I care
know.
so deeply about what people think about me.
See, this is the best part. I knew this was going to come, and I had a feeling that Eric was going to be the one to say this.
I told you this is.
He
the
says
jokes.
I have a jean jacket, probably won't fit Nick though. Well, that's too bad.
And then somebody's going to send in and say something like, "Oh, well,
it's going to be too long.
My kid has a jean jacket that you can borrow, Rico." Like that's like that.
Well,
those are the jokes.
Anyway.
We'll just get out in front of them.
Sammy, we got to take a break here soon, but what's on the agenda for tonight's show? Just give folks and listeners just a kind of a teaser of what they can expect on and off the pitch.
Yeah, tonight's going to be more of an introduction of the two of us. I mean, I feel like most people don't really understand our background and how we came to Nebraska. So I think we'll talk a lot about that, a little bit about this past weekend and what's ahead this week, Rutgers and Northwestern. So that's about it.
Well, and you guys just came back from Happy Valley,
little East Coast trip,
right?
Yeah,
against number 4 Penn State.
They're a little sour.
Not a cool one.
Not a cool one.
I mean, we dominated most of the game.
Yeah,
we outshot them. We had a very solid game. I just think we had made one mistake outside the 18. And
so then, what happens now? Like, what's next? Like, what have you guys been like? What have the conversations been like after a match like that?
I mean, obviously we can't put ourselves down.
Mhm.
You know, we've been trying to stay positive about all the things that we did well. We have been doing a bunch of things on set plays, obviously, because that's how the goal happened.
Yeah.
But just looking forward and knowing that we're strong enough to be with the best.
Mhm.
I mean, their RPI is now 1. So knowing that we could have potentially beat them is pretty cool.
Well, okay, so then you talk about looking forward. What's ahead for you guys? What's the schedule like this week?
So we've got Rutgers on Thursday here.
$2 hot dog night.
Yeah, I just saw that.
At 7:05 p.m.
There you go.
Someone save me one.
I got you. We talked with Ellie today. Or yesterday. Me and Rachel. We talked with Ellie and we said, "Hey, Ellie, because the softball scrimmage is the same time, 5:30. It's at 5:30 the same day, not the same time." And we said, "Do you want to go to softball or do you want to go to soccer? Because that'd be a long day for her."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Soccer." I was like,
All
all
right.
right, 7:05. We'll be out there.
Anyway,
I'll save you a hot dog.
so Rutgers on Thursday. What else you got?
Northwestern Sunday, which Northwestern is ranked, so that'll be a big game.
Okay.
but
And you're going up to
Rutgers
Evanston,
is
right?
Just there with them. What?
Are you going up to Evanston or is it here?
Yes, we're going there. We drive up Saturday.
Drive up?
Up, down,
Up.
sideways.
Just drive.
We're
You're driving.
going there.
You're
Drive
driving.
Saturday. Drive
Yeah.
sideways.
Go in
All
there.
right. Once again, make sure you guys tune in tonight, 8 to 9 p.m. on right here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. It's on and off the pitch with Sammy Hawk and Sarah Weber of Nebraska Soccer. They've had a really, really strong start to the season. They're going to keep it rolling on Thursday against Rutgers, but make sure you join and make sure you keep them company with texts, phone calls, all that good stuff as they start their journey here on Ticket Weeknights. So appreciate you, Sammy. As always, we found out also during the break that we both love the stockyards. So I would imagine that during this break, we're going to talk more about the stockyards down in Texas.
I know nothing
So
about the
let's
state
take a
of
break.
Texas.
When we come back, we'll pick up where we left off with that football conversation. We got to take 4 breaks in this hour.
Yes.
So this will be the second one. Then after that, another short segment. We'll get Strick and Austin in here for the crossover. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Accelerate your financial journey. With Kasasa Cash, experience the thrill of earning more with each transaction or the freedom to withdraw your cash from any ATM nationwide. Not to mention, no monthly service fees. It's the power of earning up to 5.5% APY on your Kasasa Cash with Liberty First Credit Union. Earn rewards beginning at a penny, continuing up to $40,000. Visit libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Account qualifications apply.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any backyard landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha. When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bärschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bärschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha. Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Our sense of smell can tell us a lot. Fresh baked apple pie, good. Cigarette smoke, bad. But what happens when bad things smell good? When secondhand vape smells like strawberries, or mangoes, or cotton candy, and dangerous chemicals have a disguise? That's when people let their guard down around secondhand smoke, even though it's all full of harmful chemicals.
Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
This isn't the real Caesar's Palace, is it?
What do you mean?
Did Caesar live here?
No.
I didn't think so.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, thanks to Sammy Hawk for hanging out with us for a couple of minutes. Nebraska soccer takes on Rutgers on Thursday.
7:05.
Thank you.
$2 hot dog night. Also, if you want to go to an event before the soccer match, you can go to another scrimmage for Huskers softball. It starts at 5:30. And I think they actually have 3 games going on at Bolin as Omaha plays somebody and UNK also plays somebody. I don't remember the schedule exactly, but I know Omaha and UNK will also be in action. Omaha before the Huskers and UNK after the Huskers, all at Bolin, and then 7:05 head on out to Hibner and watch some soccer against Rutgers.
See, Rico, here's the thing. This makes me feel good as a person, all right, because it tells me that people are actually listening to us. Garbala just asks, I have a PPB question. If we can just back it up a minute.
Goodness gracious.
Even if it's free, don't you get more bang for your buck with lasagna than salad?
Yes.
Now, if people miss this, at the press conferences today, I just took the salad. I didn't take a piece of lasagna. Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe I'm taking the lasagna for granted.
No, you are. I don't know how many people know this about me. Lasagna is my favorite meal.
Wait, so if I would have brought you a piece of lasagna,
I would have loved you forever.
Wow. Okay, good to know. What about the dessert pizza? Because there was dessert pizza there as well.
Not a big fan of dessert pizza.
Okay.
Don't really care for it.
I didn't take a piece of the dessert pizza either.
I love lasagna so much.
just a simple Stouffer's one would do.
I love lasagna. Like if you give me some layered pasta, man,
it looked extra cheesy today.
And then Rachel makes this, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's just noodles." It's deconstructed lasagna. It's just it's noodles with all lasagna stuff, including the cheese, the ricotta cheese. It's deconstructed lasagna. Don't care what you say. That's what it's called. It's delicious.
Longsker says, Nick, how does that $2 hot dog factor for your PPB? Here's the deal, Longsker. The $2 hot dog night, whether it's at a baseball game, whether it's a soccer match, whether it's at a volleyball match, does not matter. You can't, the atmosphere of enjoying a hot dog at a sporting event is unmatched.
Nothing wrong
a lot
with
of
it.
times.
Nothing wrong with it.
Right. I was somewhere, I think the Royals game potentially, and pleasantly surprised with the Kansas City Royals prices. I'll just say that. They would have been able
something to draw people in.
How about this? Babalu. Have we had Babalu text into our show before?
I don't think we have had Babalu.
Babalu sounds new. So Babalu,
at least
welcome,
to us.
Welcome to the program. He says, my wife just made the best lasagna Sunday. Shout out to Melly May.
Shout out to Melly May. Only if I can get some of that lasagna.
Big Bird asks, isn't Nick a big fan of lasagna or is it reheated spaghetti? Oh, no. Spaghetti. Yeah. Reheated spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
The leftover spaghetti is better than fresh spaghetti. That's what I'll say. Time and time again.
I have to do something. I have to do a reverse shout out for somebody that works with my wife, Rachel. Tate. Reverse shout out to Tate because he was talking mess about how Rachel didn't know football. and she ended up being right about whatever their bet was. So there you go, Tate. He wanted to
Does
shout
Tate
out.
listen?
Yeah, he does. He wanted to
Okay.
shout out on the radio, but I'm just saying you don't know as much football as my wife does. So you're welcome.
Rachel knows ball.
She does.
Rachel knows ball. So
Even if she's a Chiefs fan, she knows ball.
she knows ball. People know ball. Thunder Rock Collins says, get the $1.50 Costco dog and take it with you. Hey, here's the deal. Oh, my computer just died. Here's the deal. And this is the last thing I can say because I can't read any more text right now.
Oh, don't worry, I'll read them for you.
The cheap food, whether it's at Sam's Club or Costco, because we don't discriminate.
We don't
against clubs.
discriminate against gigantic
Wholesale stores.
Wholesale stores.
Yeah. We don't discriminate against wholesale. I love to buy in bulk. Raph buys his sweatpants in bulk. We all love bulk.
No judgment here, except for a little bit of judgment
Actually,
here.
here's a question.
Oh,
If you had to buy, and this is a text line question that we can carry over into the crossover.
ooh, okay.
402-464-5685. If you could buy one item in bulk for the rest of your life, you can't buy any other item in bulk. You can only buy this item in bulk for the rest of your life.
Oh, you are killing me.
What item is it? Don't answer, Rico.
Yeah, no,
Let's send it to break.
402-464-5685.
What is the one item that you would want to buy in bulk for the rest of your life? They might not even offer it in bulk right now.
But if you could turn it into bulk,
If you could turn it into your dream bulk
item,
item, that's the only bulk item.
DBI.
Yes. PPB and DBI. Let us know. 402-464-5685. Let's take a break. We'll come back with the crossover and bring Strick and Austin in right after this.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Of your feet. If you're having trouble finding the right fit, visit Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77th and Pioneers.
Our sense of smell can tell us a lot. Fresh baked apple pie, good. Cigarette smoke, bad. But what happens when bad things smell good? When secondhand vape smells like strawberries, or mangoes, or cotton candy, and dangerous chemicals have a disguise? That's when people let their guard down around secondhand smoke, even though it's all full of harmful chemicals.
Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
All right, it's lunchtime. Where should we go today?
How about Qdoba? We can get free queso and chips with an entree purchase.
Whoa, how'd you know about that?
It's in the campus cash booklet that we got for free to start the school year, the student marketplace. You didn't get yours?
I'd better go grab mine now.
You'd better stop at the College of Hair Design, too. Your hair is getting long. $8 haircut with the campus cash book.
What about my friends who are out of college?
They can download the Campus Cash app for free and get great deals, too, from Pizza Hut, Juice Stop, Craft Axe Throwing, and tons more.
Campus Cash, the student marketplace. Find your free booklet on campus or download the Campus Cash app.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine to go along with some light winds as well. We'll see an afternoon high of around 77. Tonight, we'll see mostly clear skies and overnight low of around 52. And tomorrow, pretty much a repeat of today with more sunshine and light winds in the forecast. Afternoon high of around 77. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any backyard landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Price Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal carts come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
I don't believe you people.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick, Rico, Strick, and Austin are all with us here. Gentlemen, hello.
How we doing, boys?
Fantabulous.
Strick, is everything okay?
Is that one up? Of
Strick,
course.
it's
Of
not
course,
plugged in.
the one he asked me, he says, "Is this one good?" I said, "Yeah, it should be plugged in." I thought they were all plugged in. The one.
He sabotaged you.
I didn't do it. I just came in, sat down.
You have your own headphones. Where are they at?
I know. I'm gonna get them plugged up.
You see what I got? See what I got?
Ah, they came in. Huh?
They did come in.
Nice.
They look terrible.
Okay.
Very nice. It's
Thank
good,
you.
man. It's a great day. I got a good workout in today, and
We can
feeling
tell.
good.
Look at you.
Swole.
Feeling good, man.
Hey, Husker
I'm getting there.
basketball kicked things off.
Yeah.
But Sam Hoiberg won Twitter.
100%.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Did you see Sam's video?
So do you
I'll
remember
send
the
it to you.
video of Fred Hoiberg? What was it for?
No idea.
I think it was when was it the Iowa State? I think it's when it was.
I thought it was NBA.
I think he was in the NBA. It was for a charity, some charity event.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was
Send
his
it to you
dance,
on Twitter.
his dance video where Fred Hoiberg is dancing. You haven't seen that one?
No.
Oh,
Okay. Well, you'll have to watch it.
Well, Sam Hoiberg recreated it. And it's
Okay, I just sent it to you on Twitter,
gold.
Stricky, so check it out when you get a minute.
Yeah, just
I'm
check it
going
out on
on
Twitter
there
right
right
now. But nonetheless, I'll tell you guys one guy I really like the
You're a
potential
victim.
of.
You're a victim.
Huh?
You're a victim.
Where at? What do you mean? Anyway,
It flew right over his head.
It really did.
It really did.
But
one
I'm not
guy,
a rapper.
one guy that I like the potential of, Eli Rice.
Yeah.
Fascinated.
Yeah, so did everybody else in the country.
Yeah. No, he's one to keep an eye on. I think he's a difference maker. I hadn't got a chance to see like his leadership qualities yet, and whatnot, because what I don't want this team to get back to is Bryce McGowan's, Alonzo Verge,
Tayshaun Burke, Cam Mack,
one-man show.
Man,
yeah, we don't want to get back to
one-man
that.
show.
Yeah, we want to just make sure that they, stay in that balance and
fluidity.
That fluidity helps them to be successful. I think. I don't think anything of them trying to go on their tangents does them any service and does them well.
I know I did think that he was going to be a forward here, but they have him listed as a guard at, what was it, 6'8", Nick?
Yes. 6'8", I believe, is Eli Rice.
Because he's playing power forward at IMG.
6'8", 213 is what he's listed at right now.
Basically the same size as Bryce Williams, your Charlotte transfer, who's 6'7", 215. Probably can play a lot of 2, I would presume.
In a very tall team. Well, a very lengthy team. A very lengthy team. I wouldn't say tall.
Across the board.
No 7-footers.
Blaze is 6'11". Is Diop a true 7-footer? Just a hair there?
I'll tell you, Matar,
he's a beast too.
He looks really good.
Can you say his name for everybody that wants to know?
I have been told it's Matar Diop.
So in the program that you have, it has Jope. It says like hope.
Jope. So Matar Jope. There you go.
Jope.
But we heard from Fred Hoiberg multiple times today. Matar is how
okay. That's
Matar.
Not tomato.
There was exactly. Hey, look at who's here. Look who's here. Look at who's here.
Jay Foreman.
He's cool. Why is he got to put
shades on?
He knows we're here.
Why does he got to put the sunglasses on when he's coming in the building?
You know it. You know exactly what.
He had him off when he got out of the car.
He had him off. He's like, I made him look that. I think I had him on.
It's like,
and look, don't acknowledge, just walk by. Right?
We can see you. We can see you. What are you doing?
It's just a shame that there was no pigeon to fly into the window at that exact moment. No. Oh, here he comes in.
Is he going to put his code in? Does he have a code?
He should.
Hope so.
Let's see if he has a code. I'm not opening the door.
As long as he didn't reply all.
He scares me.
Yeah, whoever replies all.
Yeah.
What's your code?
He's got to pull out his phone. Hey, it might be a monumental.
What's the code?
Hey, it might be a monumental for Jay, guys. He might have gotten his new phone.
Well, he said it was coming in.
He said to show it off.
He said it was coming in today. There's a chance.
Should I just
that
open the
Jay,
door for him?
Yes. Yeah. There's a chance that Jay may have gotten his new mobile device. He was he had about an iPhone 4 for about the last month and a half.
Yeah.
And hey,
don't give it away on air,
Jay.
We're talking.
Hey, let me see the phone.
The code.
Let me see the phone.
Well,
It's not the same.
Oh, he hasn't got it yet.
It's still out for delivery. Hey, where the wings?
They're in the back. They're in the back. Is that what you came in here?
Exactly.
You came here.
I'm not playing games with y'all about these wings, man. And who's that on the text message, man? Who's that?
What are you talking about?
Triple B?
For what?
Yeah. Josh from True.
Oh yeah.
Jay. So
we have another mic. We can swing these around.
Go ahead. Let's
go sit over there with them.
Y'all delaying the deliciousness of these wings.
So here's what happened just a couple minutes ago. This brings in Josh from Triple B. Here's the deal. So we were added in a group chat last night by Josh, and he's like, "Man, this pigeon flying into the window is great radio." That was the end of the group chat. We replied, whatever.
That was it.
Jay sends a text to all three of us just this morning. Goes, "Is there any left?" With the Triple B guy.
I was so confused. I was like, what is he talking
I've been
about?
listening to your show. I'm going, hey.
I was like, wait a minute.
And then he said,
and then Rico was like, yeah, there's wings left.
But then he said it to just me and you, and it just goes, yo, are there any wings left?
Just out of nowhere though.
Hey, Strick, I'm trying to be a good, co-worker and leader to listen to everybody's show. They were talking about the wings, but at no point in time did I get a text and say, Jay, we got extra wings. You want to come down and get some?
Because there's already going to be some
at no
here.
point in time when the breakfast comes in, do anybody get to eat besides Nick, Rico, AD,
don't
Raph?
I don't.
Exactly.
I ain't get no help in the waffles. I got none of it. I got not a message.
So you're telling
not
me
even a message to say that they were there.
Hold on.
316.
No, hold on. So you're telling me that you come in at 2:00 Sometimes you come in
No.
at 3:30, 4 o'clock. You get here at
It's
around
all good.
around noonish, 11
It's all
noonish.
good.
You want us to save breakfast?
No, we
From
would
that-
like to
Put
be,
a plate aside.
Hold on.
I can heat
I
up.
would like to be informed so I
But
can make a
a
decision.
decision.
We aren't even
You're up anyway.
informed at times.
Exactly.
You know what though?
Sometimes
No,
it just
I've
shows
seen
up.
you grub.
Let me
I
just-
watch you guys grubbing.
Oh no, I'm
Heavenly waffles.
Jay,
We
I
watch
passed
Heavenly
on the
waffles.
lasagna at Memorial Stadium today.
No, I'm just gonna
That's
tell
it.
you.
That
This is
was
what I'm
the
gonna tell you. It's gonna be for us
Right.
because it's gonna be our time and theirs.
Right.
I'm just gonna have Mary Ellen slip in here
Yep.
and drop
we-
it off like
yep,
it's hot, and
we
we ain't gonna
be-
say nothing
and we're
about
gonna
it.
be locked it down.
That's fine. You know why? Because I'll enjoy Heavenly Waffles that morning.
Well, that's fine. Well, you do it.
It's all good.
I've got Heavenly
I
Waffles
got,
at home.
I got something to attend
I've got a code to get in the door. I'll be here.
to. I'll be back.
All right, man. Whatever you say,
So,
Jay.
Strick, glad to see you, my brother.
My
man.
brother.
You know,
We gonna take care of
Yeah, I'm
things.
glad to see you.
Yeah,
Them other two knuckleheads.
we don't know about them.
I heard what you guys were talking about my sunglasses, though.
Jay, don't leave. Because now, guys gotta get the code. Guys gotta get the code in there. Let's bring it. Jay, I'm gonna say this to your face real quick because it's funny. Here's the best part.
What?
Is you weren't wearing them outside, but a couple steps before the door, you had to put them on
That's right.
and wear them inside.
That's right.
And also, we're right here.
Yeah,
And
you just ignored us.
You made a conscious effort to stare forward. You didn't even look across the street. To stare forward.
I was looking at the truck that went past. Man, they need to turn that thing down, man. That's
The
loud.
fire truck.
The fire truck.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
loud.
Yeah.
Enjoy your
Anyway,
wings, Jay.
My mama taught me to take my hat and sunglasses off. Anyway, all right. Well, guys, what's coming up on the show today?
Well, what are we buying in bulk first?
Oh,
We never got to that.
We never got to that. I don't have access to the text line, so I don't know what's going on right now. I feel like Raph. I don't really know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do.
Somebody said I'm making my famous buttermilk breading buffalo wings for a tailgate Saturday. Nope, that's not it.
Buy those in bulk?
Somebody said you're a fan of buying in bulk. They're making fun of you. Frozen
I
pizza.
love buying in bulk.
Some of us have to think about the economic impact on our families. which
Yeah,
is why
Somebody
we
said
buy in
Snoop
bulk.
Dogg.
Frozen pizza, Coors Light. Somebody said a little bit that is sticky icky. Somebody said milk.
Mark's was flour.
Just a lot
Makes
of
sense.
a lot of milk.
Milk.
Somebody said Thunder.com said grill pellets.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
That's a good one.
Adam said he said Chick-fil-A. He would like to buy that in bulk.
We'll talk to Charlie about that one. We'll talk
We
to
have a
Charlie
guy.
Cologne. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what's our answers, guys?
So I understand the milk thing, but not as much anymore. Like growing up
Okay.
in a house with me and then two younger brothers, like we went through 6-7 gallons of milk a week. So like we did the bulk milk thing as we were growing up. Now that's tapered off. So I'm curious to see if that picks up. I think the obvious answer
You'll
is
be back
toilet
to it.
paper, right? Like it's a necessity.
Yeah. Well,
Set it,
that's no
forget
fun
it.
though.
But like that's what I do. Like if you're telling me I can only buy one item in bulk, I'm getting the boring thing out of the way.
You went that
Oh,
way.
that's good. I mean, that's logical.
What's yours? Yours was like chicken
Apple sausage.
What is that?
Love
It
it.
doesn't even sound real.
What is
It
that?
is real.
I believe
that
it
just-
just doesn't sound real.
It's chicken sausage, but made out of chicken with some apple. Like you literally can see just
Little
like,
pieces of apple?
in there. Yeah.
You gonna
That
make some?
sounds
You gonna make
It's
some
actually
for us?
pretty good.
Put a little maple syrup on there.
You can. You
Sounds
can do
pretty-
it
that
however
sounds-
you want.
Actually, sounds really good.
Yeah, sometimes I make them into sandwiches. Sometimes I just eat them by themselves with some eggs or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, mix it up.
Interesting. Rico, what's yours?
Kids go through a lot of milk. It'd be really easy to say that, but I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with bacon. Well, I wasn't talking to you. Laptop.
You know, here's the deal.
Go with
is
bacon.
I wish it wasn't. I wish it was more expensive so that this answer would be not so criticized. Garlic bread.
Sure.
I want garlic bread in bulk.
I love garlic.
Sure.
bread.
I garlic
I
bread.
just can't do it.
I can eat
Nick's
garlic
gonna
bread.
show,
No
Nick's gonna
argument here.
show up to work with just an entire loaf of garlic bread.
Dude, the garlic bread. I mean, if you
Breath
can,
is hot.
yeah.
Your
You
eyebrows are gonna melt.
You could put garlic bread with any type of food, and it tastes
That's a
just
fact.
as delicious.
That's
You're
a
not
fact.
wrong.
That's a fact.
Right.
I got something right now.
Yeah.
And not today, but I'm
Oh.
cooking.
You got
I'm cooking
it.
a pasta. I'm cooking a pasta.
He's got it right now It's in his bag.
Just why did you tell me?
Just a loaf of garlic bread.
Hey guys, so we should probably get out of here.
We probably should.
So that way we can check on Jay, make sure he's still alive back there.
I think he's
the
eating
wings.
all the wings.
So, all right, what's going on the show today, guys?
Nebraska, Michigan. Will the game be closer than we want to believe? Will it be close because of Nebraska and Michigan? Press conference takeaways. Heinrich Haarberg healthy, Jeff Sims not. What does it mean?
Josh Fleeks running back.
Josh Fleeks RB2? Question mark. And then a lot of NFL.
There you go.
Miami, how real are they? Jake Sorensen, plug your ears, please. And then just a general NFL weekend recap.
I'm pretty sure I got a notification today where Tua was in the lead for MVP. Is that so? Here
Travis
we go.
Kelce's jersey sales spiked by 400%.
Yeah, exactly.
The Swifties have jumped on the Chiefs bandwagon.
I'm pretty sure there was 24 million people that watched the Chiefs game.
Ridiculous.
And they were the number one most watched game for females between the ages of 12 and 29.
That's ridiculous.
Shocker. So there you go as well. All right, stick around on the block of Stricken Austin coming up next. That'll do it for myself and Rico. Happy hour joining us tomorrow, 1 p.m. We'll be right back. Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any backyard landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and our big fall sales underway, and the new truck incentives are off the charts. Over $5,000 in discounts on select new Sierras and Silverados and 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. $5,000 off, 0.9% interest rates on select new trucks here at Koppel. So please take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street and check out that great small-town vibe with big city deals. We look forward to seeing you, or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days.
$15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inter Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop